4.
The biggest news in home construction, the tiny house movement. Jean, one of our viewers, suggested we get to the nuts and bolts about why these very small home sweet homes are becoming so popular. So we've invited Adam Davenport and Nicole Snyder to open the door to this topic. Adam is the project and operations manager for the Detroit Shoreway Community Development Organization, which is involved in a pilot project called the Tiny House Experiment. And Nicole is the co-founder of the nonprofit group The Tiny Things in Life. So welcome to the show here.
Thanks for having us.
So how tiny is a tiny house?
Well, a little bit of a subjective question, but we kind of broaden the term as anywhere under 800 square feet. But the houses we're doing are actually 583 square feet.
Okay.
And Nicole thinks, or is talking about doing a house that's much smaller than that.
Mm-hmm. 200 square feet, I hear, right? Wow. Yeah, I don't even know if I could, stand that.
The size of a lot of walk-in closets.
Yeah. So why is the community development organization involved in going so small with the housing?
Yeah, so we have a lot of vacant lots in the neighborhood that haven't seen sort of typical single-family home development. And Citizens Bank approached us back in January and asked us to kind of think differently about that and do a different housing model. And so we kind of have been exploring that possibility ever since, to put some new houses, some different housing types that you might not see on some lots that don't have houses.
Attract attention to it. So
yeah.
Nicole, you and your partner Justin are planning on building your house. We talked about this. 200 square feet. Why are you attracted to this movement?
Well, unlike Adam's houses, these 200 square foot tiny houses are built on wheels, can actually travel down the highway. And what attracted us to it as a young couple is they're simple, they're sustainable because they're so small, and you can take them with you when you travel. Since we're young and out of college, who knows where we'll end up. Okay. And lastly, they're affordable because of they're so small, and that attracts a whole broad spectrum of people, from people like us in their early 20s all the way through to empty nesters and retirees who want to spend their money living life and doing the things they love instead of on a house or a mortgage.
Right. So how far are you along in your project?
Well, we planned on building it ourselves, two people with no experience in building, and then we realized that that's actually building a house, and it takes a little more than what we had thought. And now we're looking, we've traveled across the country, talked to a lot of wonderful people, and found out that there's a lot of options in between buying, you can build it totally yourself or buy one completely built. And now we're looking at something in between where somebody builds the shell of it for you. So there's the trailer, the walls, the electric, all that stuff, all done for you.
That sounds better.
Yeah, and so you know you have it safe.
Yeah.
So where in the tiny house experiment are you guys?
Well, it's pretty exciting. We actually just submitted final plans and designs to the City of Cleveland about a couple weeks ago. So we're actually going through the final permitting process, and we should receive that back in a few weeks from now, and we should start building in the springtime. So we're aiming to be done with both the houses by the beginning of June.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds like a very interesting thing you're both involved in. So the tiny house movement is getting bigger every day. To learn more about it, use the information that's coming up next. My thanks to Adam and Nicole for sharing the big picture about these tiny little houses. And if you have an idea for the show like Jean did, be sure and let us know. Email us at kitchen@goldenopportunities.tv.
For more information, call the Detroit Shoreway Community Development Organization at 216-961-4242, extension 265, or log on to www.citizenstinyhouse.com, or check out www.thetinythingsinlife.org.